Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So today I wanted to do a travel video for you guys. I love doing travel videos. I have already done a bunch on my channel. Those are very different from this one that I'm going to do right now. I've showed you videos of what I carry in my carry-on, my makeup bag, a bunch of stuff. I've showed you even videos where I pack like crazy and I share with you guys everything that I take on a trip. But today's video is pretty much going to be the airplane essentials. The things that you need to take with you on board your flight so that you can enjoy a nice flight. These things are especially important for very long flights. I'm going to be going out of town on Friday towards the end of this week, and I'm definitely going to be needing my airplane essentials because it's going to be an 8.5-hour flight. So for those flights, you definitely need your essentials. There's so many things that are really important for you guys to have a very comfortable flight. You want to make sure that you have all those products that are very important, because there's no way you can stop at CVS or do anything like that and pick them up while you're on the plane. So pretty much this video is just to share with you all the things that I consider very important that I like to take on my flight. For starters, I take the most important things with me in a Ziploc bag like this. This I carry in my purse and it is with me at all times. You can pretty much leave everything else behind. I don't need it, but I could not live without all the things that are in this little baggie when I am on the airplane. And then I have a couple other things that I also consider really essential for the flight. So I'm going to share with you everything that I have in here and just a couple other things that I have with me in my purse or in my carry-on bag, but in the bag that goes under your seat so you can easily take these things out during your flight. I try not to put any essentials in the bag that goes in the overhead compartments because I really do not like to get out of my seat and have to open the overhead compartment and start like rummaging through my carry-on suitcase. Everything that I'm going to use throughout my flight is going to be inside my purse right under my seat. So the first thing I like to carry in my little Ziploc bag is a very small toothbrush, and I carry one of these little toothpaste. It's one that you can just throw away right away. I don't like to carry anything big, a big tube or anything like that. Plus, if you carry a huge tube of toothpaste, chances are they'll take it away from you at security. But these are important, especially on a long flight where you're gonna sleep, so that you can refresh during the flight. And you know, when you see the people that are waiting for you to pick you up and that are happy that you're there, you don't like scare them away with bad morning breath. Because in this flight that I'm gonna go on, it's definitely an overnight flight and you wanna be nice and fresh when you get off that airplane. I also like to take my Eau Thermale Avene. This is a really good thermal water spray, and it's really nice to just mist on your face like this throughout the flight. It keeps you nice, fresh, and hydrated. This is a small size that I found actually at an airport, and I got it because I love little sizes like this. I also like to take makeup wipes. This is a small pack of the MAC makeup wipes. The only reason I'm taking these makeup wipes is because I'm gonna go to the airport straight from work. So chances are I'm gonna be having makeup on my face in the morning, and I think for me it is essential to cleanse my face before I get on the plane. I do not like traveling with makeup, and I do not like traveling especially with mascara or anything that is going to go in my eye and drive me crazy. Very important also to take some tissue. You definitely want to have something on the airplane that you can blow your nose with. There's really annoying if you don't have a tissue on the flight. And I always like to carry 1 or 2 packs of this for my airplane. I also really like to take some emergency on a flight. I always try to have one of these right before the plane takes off. It's very important. Remember, you're going to be on a flight for a really long time, and there are probably a lot of germs flying around. Also, airplanes are really cold sometimes, so if you get a little chilly, you don't want to get chilly, and then sometimes you get hot, and that maybe can cause a cold, and you want to make sure that you're nice and healthy when you get to wherever you are going. Also, very important to take your medicines. This is a little case that I bought at the Container Store. For me, it's essential to always take Advil. I also take Excedrin migraine in case I were to get a headache or something like that. I also take Benadryl in case I have allergies, so those are the 3 things that I have to take for me. Remember to also take your prescription medication with you at all times. You definitely always want to have those medicines on you just in case you lose your luggage for whatever reason that you cannot get to them. If you put them in your bag that you check in, it's always really good to have them with you. And if you have to take them while you're on the flight, make sure to put them in the little baggie that's handy with you under your seat. I also like to take some hand cream. You get very dry when you're on a flight, and sometimes your hands can crack or something like that, and it's always really nice to have it moisturized. I also take a little moisturizer like this for the face. This is just a little sample that I got. It's good to have. You may or you may not need it. If you feel dry, it's nice to have something to make you feel a little bit more moisturized. Something that I cannot live without is definitely my eye drops. These are the Opcon A Eye Allergy Relief. For me, the eyes are everything. They can either make it or break it, and if I start getting itchy eyes and if I don't have these drops with me, I go nuts. So this is something that I always have with me. It's always in my purse every single day, and it's most definitely in this bag when I am going on a flight. Lip balm is huge for me to take on a flight. This is my bag balm that I get at CVS, and since it's such a big tin can, I like to separate it and put some into this little case from the Container Store. But lip balm is something that you're going to want to reapply throughout your entire flight. I am constantly going in and out of this little baggie to get the lip balm. I always like to have a little ponytail with me just in case I need to put my hair up. Also, some hand sanitizer is very important to carry with you at all times so that you're nice and clean and your hands are disinfected. And I also like to take some of these Ricola cough drops. These are really great for the flight. These are the original herb ones. They're really tasty, good to have in case you get a cough attack or something like that on the flight. Moving on to the other things that are not in the bag. We already went to everything that was in this little baggie. Very important is the things for your entertainment on a long flight, because if you're not fully entertained, you can be bored and have a horrible flight. I always like to take certain items for my entertainment, which I also consider to be very essential on a long flight. I like to take my iPod on the flight. It's in here in this case, so it's nice and protected, but very important to take your iPod so that you can listen to music, or your iPhone, or whatever you use to listen to music. And of course, your headphones. These are my new Beats headphones, which I just got, so I'm really excited to use these on the flight. They look super comfortable. It's the first time that I actually take them with me on a flight. I also like to take my iPad with me. This is pretty much my books and my movies are all in here. So iPad is so important for me, and I know I can listen to music here too, but I like to save the iPad for my movies and for reading. That way I do not use up all the battery by listening to like all my music and reading and movies and everything, and I want to make sure that I have something to listen to or to read throughout the whole flight. So between my iPad and my iPod, I'm gonna be pretty good for those 8 hours. Definitely these things are both not gonna run out of battery. Also, it is very important to always keep your passport and your wallet with your money and credit cards with you at all times in your purse under your seat. You want to make sure this is with you at all times. I never recommend you put these items in the overhead compartments inside your carry-on luggage. It's always good to have at all times. Also, in international flights, they're gonna ask you to fill out some forms, so you want to make sure that your passport is nice and handy. Also, very important to take a pen. There's nothing worse than having to fill out your forms and you not have a pen handy. So I always make sure that I have a pen with me at all times when I travel. I take my neck pillow. This is a neck pillow that I bought in Las Vegas years ago, and I just love it so much. It is the comfiest neck pillow in the whole wide world, and I mean, if I lost this thing, I would absolutely die because it's so comfortable and convenient, and I travel with this anytime I go on a flight that's pretty much over 2 or 3 hours. I take this. I also like to take a little blanket. This is my little travel blanket, and you can roll it up quite nicely, and it fits in my big purse. And this is always good to take a little blanket just in case it gets really, really cold. They do give you a blanket on the flight, but there's times that I'm really cold and I want to ask for a second blanket, and they've told me that they don't have any more blankets left, that all the blankets are being used. So ever since one time I almost froze to death on a flight, I always take my little blanket. Also, very important is for you to have comfortable clothes when you're on your flight. I try to go as comfortable as possible. I do wear comfortable jeans. I do like to wear jeans, and I wear them kind of loose jeans and the softest jeans that I own. I love to wear my Vans sneakers on the flight. I always wear socks when I travel. I think it's the best thing to do because you also have to take off your shoes when you go through security, and you do not want to be barefoot. I know some people also like to take socks in their purse, which also works really, really well if you like to wear, I don't know, some sort of flat or something like that on the flight. I personally have to wear some sneakers, and I usually go for my Vans. And I just try to go really comfortably dressed. I always take a really comfy sweater. So you can always still look cute when you're on the flight, but really my main objective is to be comfortable and to have something that I can take off easily if I get hot and be able to put it back on if I get cold. So that is pretty much it. I really hope that this video was informative and that it helped you out in case you are packing for a flight and you want to know exactly what you need while you're on the airplane, just to make sure that you are good to go on your long flight and that you are comfortable and that you just feel good and you're just happy because you're traveling somewhere. So I just hope that you guys had a lot of fun watching this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup. Bye.